we've reached that point of the year. The Starlight Celebration is just a couple of weeks away, and that also means that for those of us here in the real world, whatever we may be celebrating, we know we're going to get to enjoy it with the people we love and the people we care about. And certainly, as we're getting towards the end of the year for ourselves, we know that we certainly feel about the same way about everyone who has come to join us over the course of the year. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back here with you once again for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So yeah, as you can see, we started to break out the decorations for Starlight Celebration, and we certainly have accumulated quite a lot of pieces over the years. We've got, of course, the hanging ornaments. We've got the not one but two trees or sentinels, one silver and one traditional green, as well as a few box sets, as well as a couple of little snowmen. And so yeah, plus also a couple of wreaths are currently standing in place of our Levin lamp, which we've moved downstairs. In fact, we did move a few things downstairs just to open things up a little more, just to make it a little more inviting for the FC and also any guests we may care to invite over the course of the holiday season. It's certainly something that's, it's always nice to see that this comes around every time of year. And I know from my personal experience, every time that they have done Starlight Celebration, every year that I've gotten to see it, it's so just the way they do it in the various ways that they've done it since I saw my first one in 2014. I've loved how they've done Starlight Celebration, from starting out with handing out gifts to people. The little kids in the various housing districts was a really cool idea, getting to not just stay within the confines of your own housing district, but also getting to take a visit to the other cities' housing districts as well, and getting to give gifts over there was a really cool idea. And this was, of course, before I had the ability to capture on my PlayStation 4 for Final Fantasy XIV, because this was about the time that, and at that point, where I had upgraded from PS3 to PS4 for this game. And so I didn't quite have the capacity to record off my PS4 yet, but thankfully I do now. And so it was something that I really wish I could have gotten on video, but whatever I got to experience was definitely enjoyable. And then the following year they did the really cool thing with the bells, and having those being used for a musical performance. Of course, speaking of which, last year we got to do the Starlight Celebration choir performance as well, basically like the singing version of Dance Dance Revolution. And then 2016 was the one where we got to do going to Frondale's frontistry over in Ulda to go and share some gifts with sick children, which is of course another thing that we do, and something that I'll actually allude to later on in the vlog. And it's just been really cool to see everything that Starlight Celebration has given us over the years, and I'm really cannot wait to see what they do for 2019, because there's no doubt in my mind that the Starlight Celebration, out of everything that Final Fantasy XIV has done for the various seasonal events, has been by far and away the most original and creative of all the seasonal events. I've yet to see anything where we get a repeat of something that was done before. This is something that I've noticed has been happening a lot recently in seasonal events. Moonfire Fair, of course they brought back the Eorzea Nimble Warrior course from the previous year. Heaven's Turn is by far the most notorious at being a repeat offender, because they literally do the same thing every year: pound mochi and risk your life in order to get it. And then those are definitely the two most notorious offenders, and of course they also have done repeats over the course of the last few years with Haunted House and All Saints Wake. Has also been something that they've repeated since 2016, and also as well, earlier this year during Valentine's Day, they had a reintroduction of the obstacle course where you teamed up with someone and you had to work together in order to complete both a maze and also a memory card game. So, like I said, there's been lots of instances of repeat circumstances going on, but that's not the problem with the Starlight Celebration. Every year they continue to do something different and clever with it, and I cannot wait to see what they come up with this year. I'm really looking forward to what they will give us for 2019. I know I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. It starts within the next couple of weeks, so I'll definitely have the opportunity to show that off, of course, and we'll see what Starlight Celebration 2019 is going to be all about. So, getting back to the sick kids thing that I mentioned earlier, next Saturday I am out of town because I've been once again invited to go to Toronto to do a speedrun marathon, charity speedrun marathon for Games Finished Adequately. I was with these guys a couple of times over the course of the year, first starting out in March. That was when I got my feet wet, and it was also when I was introduced to the Final Fantasy XIV fan club that I'm a part of now. And then in May I went to go to the Anime North convention to do speedrun marathon there. That's where I got to meet Proto Magical Girl. And then I got to invite them to Con Bravo in Hamilton to do a speedrun marathon over the course of a day there, and it was by far one of their most successful ever. So now knowing that I'm going to go back next week to Toronto to do the last speedrun marathon that Games Finished Adequately is going to do this year, I'm going to be I'm in the process of recruiting people to go and team up and take on the Copied Factory. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. That's a 24-player challenge. How are you going to be able to pull it off? Well, thanks to the fact that I have all these connections now with the fan club and with social media and with the speedrunning community that I've been associated with, I have been able to get some willing volunteers. Of course, we still need more, but I know that if we can be able to get enough people, we should be able to have a smooth enough run through the Copied Factory that we can make it really successful. And who knows, I was able to get a 41-16 with a group of people a couple of weeks ago, and if we can get all a full group of 24 people who are all on the same page, working together, no issues, no deaths, we could easily break 40 minutes. I think we can definitely get there. And of course, the charity that we're going to be playing for is, of course, the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. That's the charity that Games Finished Adequately is most commonly associated with, and so we're going to be helping them out once again, and I'm looking forward to taking the experience on. I hope that you guys will feel the same way. Don't forget to go and visit their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/gamesfinished, to check out the event as a whole. Our Copied Factory run starts at 4 p.m. So make sure to check that out. Make sure you get to see for yourselves, and we'll see just how much money we can raise for the kids just in time for the holidays, because we've definitely got something to look forward to this year. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus or are looking to create one on Exodus, and you're interested in joining our free company, we'd be more than happy to have you with us. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.